What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap, Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery, nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe, hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz, joined by my dude Goose, aka Bulls Scripted. And we're here to recap a 127-124 loss. It's funny to say that final score because that's not how that went at all. But we're here to recap a loss to the Phoenix Suns. Before we do that, be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for other Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at Bulls Scripted, me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. If you're on the Facebook or the Twitter, please leave there. Go over to YouTube, subscribe to the OnTap Sportsnet YouTube channel, hop in the comment section. Let's talk about this or not talk about it, because I don't want to. I don't want to. 127-124. That score doesn't seem right?
No, I mean, considering the Bulls trailed by close to 20 points for the majority of this game, that definitely does not tell the full story here, because it was ugly. One team passed the ball and played a lot of defense, when another team didn't pass the ball and didn't play very much defense. So
yeah, just a couple of things to run over. Like I'm glad that you said that. No assists in the second quarter for the Chicago Bulls. No assists in the second quarter for the Chicago Bulls. Our boy Io didn't even have one on the night. Very uncharacteristic game out of him. I mean, he kind of got beat up by CP3 a little bit tonight here and there. The majority of the scoring came from Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. DeMar finished with 38 points, 16 for 27 from the field. Zach finished with 32 points, 9 for 20 from the field, hit all 10 of his free throws. You know what's awesome? If the Bulls would hit all their free throws tonight with how this game ended, they would have won the game. Isn't that funny?
Well, if the Bulls would have hit all their free throws, the game wouldn't have ended the way that it would have ended, because starters would have finished the game.
Right. I'm just trying to fucking find a silver lining that doesn't exist.
There isn't one. So
way to fucking shit on my parade. Not even rain on it. You just took a duke on it. So that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, a lot of hype around this game, man. Sunday Fun Day last night, we had a lot of conversation about what this team could do better, what they need to do. And I think that we came to a conclusion together that losing our perimeter defenders and Lonzo and Alex Caruso is a problem. When you don't have those, you really miss the size that has not existed all year. So I'm just going to break off into interesting talk rather than us talk about bullshit here. Actually, there's one part of the game that I do want to talk about. Did you see Zach LaVine? I put a tweet out about it. Like 4 or 5 times, Zach LaVine threw his hands up wanting the ball from DeMar DeRozan. It was kind of ignored, and that was at like the first half. I put that tweet out, and then Zach got real frustrated when the half came to an end. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think there's any trouble. I just think that they weren't playing. I think it was more so not playing well off of each other. And when the Bulls started to play a little bit well off of each other was in the second half. They're more notably the fourth quarter when they were making their mini run, and Zach and DeMar were moving without the ball to complement each other instead of watching each other play ISO ball. So if the Bulls aren't going to defend, they need to move without the ball, because when you do, it's just not going to work.
Well, they need to do both. They need to move without the ball.
I know. I'm just saying, if they're not going to do one or the fucking other, this is the one that you should be doing. It's fucking, at least, move without the ball. I don't know, man. It's just such a rough game, but that was the only thing I had for that. So I don't know who the fuck this guy is, and this I just wanted to get into, because this is a hole on the team that we've talked about. I have no idea who the hell this dude is, bro, but YouTube, The Monty Show, subscribe. So I might be giving this guy dap in recognition here for probably lying because it's Twitter and I like to get got on Twitter all the time. But the Celtics, I am told, have a deal in place to send Marcus Smart to Minnesota. I look at Minnesota's team and I wonder where the fit with Marcus Smart really comes in there. But hey, we'll see, I guess. If they are unable to acquire John Collins, though, from Atlanta, sources I spoke to tonight think that Collins will ultimately end up in. Our boy Chai Sports fan saying he's a troll because I said John Collins on his podcast like 3 weeks ago is my I really want John Collins. I would take him over Jeremy Grant or Harrison Barnes or Marvin Bagley or what have you. If this guy's fucking with me, I am going to make his life miserable on Twitter. I'm going to make it miserable. I'm not kidding. I'm going to go at him every day. I'm going to send our minions too. Everybody. Every fucking buddy.
We don't have minions.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Jordan Miller killed Tupac. I have dirt on him. He will go attack people if I ask him to.
I don't.
I don't know, man. You think it's true at all or you think it's bullshit?
I think you're believing in hearing what you want to hear from some random
I think so.
on Twitter.
I think so too. It's bad, dude. I just want to believe, man. I just want to believe it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the vibes I'm getting here, buddy. So I'm not going to hold out for John Collins, but I do think what we saw tonight, despite the fact that we're still down 3-4 rotation players, maybe you do have to make a move. That's the team that you're looking at as the best team in the NBA right now. Currently projects to, make the finals again, kind of thing. Like, they just kicked your ass. And you had Zach and you had Kobe back, and Kobe played all right. And outside of the inner conflict of sharing the spotlight, Zach had a relatively good game. So, do you have to make a move to be serious?
Well, yeah, I think we've said that all year. Even if Patrick Williams comes back, he's still undersized. He's still not a great rebounder. Okay, we've watched him in his first couple of years here. So please, everybody that loves Patrick Williams, I'm not hating on him, but miss me with this fucking, he's the key piece. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not the key piece. He didn't do great in summer. He should have dominated more in summer league. He should have been better in preseason. And the 6 games that he was healthy this year, he didn't know where he was at on the court. And I'm not saying he's not going to learn to get there. I'm not saying he's not going to become a fucking superstar. What I'm saying is DeMar DeRozan's having a career year, and I don't want it to go to waste. So do something with it.
So you don't want to make the same mistakes of the past and not make a move when a window is there and an opportunity is there.
We can't do that anymore. It's like the Derrick Rose, OJ fucking Mayo thing all over again. In 2010, 2011, when, OJ Mayo was going through that shit with Memphis, and they were talking about, I can't remember who they were talking about trading, but somebody was going to be getting traded. And OJ Mayo was a real possibility from Memphis to come over to the Bulls. What did we need that year, Goose? We needed a fucking 2 because we were starting Keith Bogans, right? And Ronnie Brewer was getting meaningful minutes. I mean, yeah, he could defend real well, but he had a broken jump shot.
I liked me some Ronnie Brewer.
I like Ronnie Brewer too, but when he's starting, you're not going to win a championship. It is what it is. So, I've learned from past mistakes. I'm not saying that Arturas and Mark, I'm not trying to, they know what they're doing. They built a great team. But when you ask me as a fan, not as a GM, an armchair GM, but when you ask me as a fan what I want to do, I want to capitalize off of DeMar's all-star starter MVP conversation year. Zach LaVine, an all-star again. When Vooch is put in the right situation, still all-star caliber. Last 2 weeks he's played besides tonight was fantastic. I want to make sure that we capitalize in these moments. So if it takes Patrick Williams or Kobe White, which I want the bench scoring to stay because of Kobe, but if you add a high caliber player next to these guys that complements them and really pushes you over the top, why don't we do it? What does the future mean to you? Because the future's not fucking guaranteed, dude. I'm serious. Like, what if fucking, like, Zach gets hurt again? Or what if something happens to DeMar? Look what's happened to Lonzo Caruso in front of us, dude. A freak thing can happen at any time. So if they're going to stay healthy and everybody's coming back around that March timeline that we've been talking about, what are we going to do?
The way that they're playing, they might have to make a move to stay afloat.
Oh,
the way the East is really tight. To stay afloat, to keep the seeding, to keep the home court advantage that you want to have going into these playoffs, you might have to make a move.
Right. I think you have to. And just to our buddy here, I didn't compare Patrick Williams to Keith Bogans. I did not do that, so don't take my words out of context here. I said that if you need to make a move, you make the fucking move. Not comparing his game to Keith Bogans' game. I'm saying that he's not polished, and I want a better fucking player in there right now. Because I want to win right now. So,
and you're not confident that Pat coming back off an injury after playing 5 games and not having shown anything to make you confident in him having that ability.
And that's just this year. That doesn't mean it's going to fucking carry on and he's some sort of bust. I know people hate to hear that shit. They're like, oh, you hate on him now? Because everybody has to believe in somebody. That's how you have to do that because, I called that guy. Yeah, I said he was going to be fucking great. Yeah, he's going to be great. Okay, great, man. Yeah, 5 fucking years down the road, great. Good. I'm worried about the right now, and I want to win. I don't want to lose. I don't want to.
So with that being said, do you think a game like tonight and games that we've seen against these better caliber teams, whether we've been full strength or not, that have been really lopsided like that, does that push them to do it? Because like you said, you're confident in them. Do you think they're leaning the way that you're leaning? Do you think that's what we see in the next 72 hours?
I don't know if that's what we see or not, but to answer your question, it's like, no. Do I think that this game did that to them? No. I think that they're smart enough to know that what they've needed all along. I really do. Okay. I was drinking Kool-Aid like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I knew we've needed a big. Thank God all of these are recorded and all over the fucking place. So you can hear what we've said all year is like, I love the point of attack with our wing defenders because that helps the interior defense. When you don't have that, now you're fucked. Now you need to make a call on what you want to do and how to make it better. So I think that they were already aware of that, even if Caruso and Ball stayed healthy. I swear to God, I think that they knew what they were going to have to do. They know that they're not going to – listen, Kobe White's contract is up next year, right? So – you have Iota Sumu, who was a second-round pick. His contract is up next year, right? They're not fucking paying both of them. That's not happening. And it sucks for them because they get caught in this weird spot with Io because he's a second-round pick. He doesn't fall into those guidelines that the first-round picks fall into with the fucking 4 years. They don't get that. So you're going to already be paying Caruso, right? You're already going to be paying Ball.
At the same time, with that second-round pick, they could have given him kind of whatever kind of contract they wanted. They screwed themselves in this sense. Obviously,
it's typical. That's what second rounders get, though.
I got you, but I'm just saying. Unlike the first round pick, where the first 2 years are guaranteed and the next 2 years are team options, they had the opportunity to lock Iowa up for 4 years, similar to the way that Gafford was locked up longer than 2 years.
Right. Well, right. They did have that opportunity. They just didn't do it. It's not really a typical thing either. Right.
Nobody knew this was going to happen.
Right. So
it's easy to sit here and play armchair hypothetical GM now.
Yeah, right.
Because I've got to watch Iowa all season. Go, should have got him for 4 years instead of 2, you idiots.
Right.
But like you said, that regardless, that is the situation. And the way things stand, I mean, you probably lean Iowa just because.
Well, then they draft, like Alex just said in the comments, they drafted Iowa, and I know that too. I mean. But I hope they're proud enough to realize that the guys they did draft doesn't mean it's like you got to stick with them. If a better opportunity comes along, you go for it. But again,
let's not fall into old habits.
Right. I don't want to go and like throw like, oh my God, everything's burning down. The sun's literally burnt us. Everything's fucked because we lost by Phoenix.
3, bro.
Right. We only lost by 3 points. So I don't know what everybody's so mad about, really. But I mean, it's just, again, man, when you see the glaring holes, you know what they are. The trade deadlines here, I think that's why it's so heightened right now. I think that's why we're all having very good conversations.
This is the last time to talk about it.
Right.
Forever hold your peace.
Right. I mean, so we have Wednesday night. And that's against Charlotte, who's on a 5-game losing streak too right now. Just not playing good basketball at all. I checked them out the first hour of their game. I watched against Toronto today before the Bulls started, and just nothing. I mean, great for LaMelo Ball being named an all-star replacement. I don't know if you got to see that today because I know you worked all day. So LaMelo's in the all-star game, and so is DeJounte Murray. And we just talked about them last night. So really awesome that they, were able to get into the game. I think they both deserve it. But God damn it, Jim. I hate him. I don't. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. I'm professional. But anyway, they're going to play a team in Charlotte that's on a 5-game losing streak that's going to come out hungry and play hard. But to your point, like, this was the last look at an elite team before the deadline passes by. It's just, I don't know what they end up doing. I don't think I'll be mad either way. Like when I'm calming down now, I don't think I'll be mad either way, but I would like to see them make a move to compete because I just don't want this MVP season to go away. Like, for DeMar, I don't know if he plays this well next year. People could talk about the future all you want, but you're putting your eggs in a basket of Patrick Williams. You don't know what he's going to be. Well, you don't.
As you pointed out a little earlier, Zach didn't seem too thrilled with his lack of acknowledgement in moments tonight, as well as the fact that he's in a contract year. So there's a lot of things that could change real quick for this team.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not going there. This is just a bad loss to the Suns without 3 or 4 key players.
You're missing a fucking starting lineup, essentially. You
really are. And then you're missing a whole bench. And
you're missing
Thomas
2.
Is still playing rotational minutes for your basketball team.
When he hit the backboard last night, and then when he fucking fouled, who did he foul? Book tonight? I was just, I got so mad. I think I blew a fucking blood vessel in my eye. I got so pissed off. I was like, ooh, it hurt me. We got a question from Yump real quick here. Is Millsap still out there? Millsap's not even out there. He wasn't bought out yet.
No, he's not available.
So he's still on Brooklyn. He is to be had via trade, but the fact that he's not playing at all, anybody that would trade for him, I'd be really confused because we know he's getting bought out. He's bitching a fit over there in Brooklyn.
So that's one of those situations where you kind of just have to wait. He probably is available. If he's coming here, Arturas and Mark probably already know. But because the Nets can hold out to try to get trade value for him instead of giving him away like people expected us to do with Robin Lopez, they don't have to. They can leverage him for some kind of value, whether it's a second-round pick or cash. Everybody loves cash. That's not something that can be had yet, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to get interesting here. Obviously, we talked about the LeVert trade last night and everything like that. What time is the trade deadline at? Is it at 4? I want to say it's 4. All I know is February 10th. I think it was at like 4 o'clock or something like that. I'm just going to Google it real quick because why the fuck not? But let's see here. NBA trade deadline, February 10th. Oh, it doesn't give me a time. I need a stat guy. Anyway, what the fuck ever. Oh, wait. 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's 2 p.m. here, right? Yeah, it's 2 p.m. here in Chicago. So, 2 p.m. on Thursday is the actual trade deadline itself. A lot of names have been rumored. All around the league to be moved. I still wonder what's going to happen with this Philadelphia-Brooklyn shit. But as far as the Bulls go, I forgot to bring this up to you too. What do you think about a Randall McCollum swap? Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, that was, I don't know who reported that, but that was somewhere that the Portland was talking about sending CJ to New York, and then they had mentioned Randall to go back to Portland. I think that would help Portland.
Yeah, I think Portland wins that trade. I don't know why New York would want McCollum over Randall unless Randall just really wants out.
Probably because you could play with RJ Barrett and RJ Barrett's a good wing defender guy, kind of a big guy. I don't know.
I guess, but it's like opposite timelines. That's like really trying to accelerate your timeline with a B-list kind of star. I don't know. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, then Alex and Chai Sports fan said Mark Stein said that. Also, the Acapulco trade.
Mark Stein's got more credibility than the guy that sent shit.
The guy that I quote tweeted because, dude, it's this time of the year, like when you get all excited about it. I still I treat this like Christmas. So I'm looking for anything.
when you see somebody teasing you with your dreams, you want to believe it, and you got 72 hours to believe it, why not? Go for it.
I'm looking for anything here, essentially. I just give me some sort of news. I want all the news is what I want. But I don't know if you saw this today, but Mark Stein did report that the Spurs turned down our trade offer for Jakob Poeltl, and I don't know, what the Bulls offered him, offered the Spurs. All I knew was a future first round pick, which
could have been Portland's, could have been something from 2029.
Right at this fucking point, I just don't know, really. But I mean, I'm kind of good with not giving up a first round pick for a non-needle mover. And I like his game, but he's not a needle mover. So he's literally going to be on the bench.
Even our big man situation, he might be a needle mover. I just am not confident in the ability to play both him and Vooch at the same time.
And that's my point. His numbers are inflated because he's getting starting minutes over there. It's not going to happen over here. It's not. He can't play next to Vooch. It's just they don't work together. It's like it's the same reason why you don't see fucking Tony Bradley and Vooch playing together. If we needed size and rebounding, you put Bradley there, right? But they operate in the same fucking space. You can't play them together. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no. I don't know what first might have been really offered there, just because the way that we're set up right now, we really don't have many that we can offer in general.
Right.
And are you that desperate to send something that far out where you might be rebuilding again for
No, I'm not.
Total?
That's where I draw the line there. It has to be a franchise changing, not a franchise changing, but a really fucking good move that helps you be a legitimate, not just a seat at the table, White Sox-ism there, but a legitimate contender for the Eastern Conference and NBA Finals. Like, that's what I would like a trade to be. Again, we've talked Bagley on this show. We've talked Collins quite a few times. We've talked Grant. We've talked Barnes. We've talked Millsap. We've talked Tristan Thompson. We've talked guys that, can help, mask, the Bulls' deficiencies. But right now, we're 72 hours. I don't know. I'm bad at math, but we're 2 days out of what's going to happen here. And hopefully they do something. But if they don't, again, I won't be too upset. But I just don't want to waste this year. I know I'm a broken record saying that, but we have been doing this podcast for 4 fucking years, 4 years now. And we kept talking like one day, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And then it's better now. So build off that momentum and make me happy. I don't care about anybody else. I just want to be happy.
No, I mean, which is fair. I mean, and outside of Grant, the odd chance that you could get Collins somehow. I did see a deal that had Grant going to the Hawks, Collins coming here, and a bunch of younger assets going to Detroit, which was kind of an interesting concept. So maybe you can get your dream. Maybe that is possible. But outside of those two guys, who is somebody that is a real needle mover? Because as we've covered here, we agree that Harrison Barnes is a good kind of veteran fit, but he's really not in the sense of needle mover, because defensively he's not solving any of the issues that we have right now. Right. Anybody you trade for has to be a plus in some fashion defensively right now, because you're not going to trade for Lonzo and Caruso replacements. You're expecting to get them back. So you need help from somebody now that's got that ability to do it on that end as well as the offensive end, because we can score. We can score with anybody right now.
Oh, we can score with the best of them. I'm not worried about fucking scoring on this team. I'm not. Even if you take away Kobe White, I'm not worried about scoring on this team. They find a way to get buckets. They just need to stop people. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think the needle movers are guys like John Collins and maybe Jeremy Grant, but he hasn't played all year. He's been hurt, so I don't really know what he gives you when he comes back from this injury, working himself back into game shape, going through his.
Is he not playing because they're tanking and he's trade bait? And
well, I think that's what it is, because it was a thumb injury, remember?
He's training in the background like Rocky, just ready to go for where he gets traded to, or is he just kind of lounging around because it don't really matter?
That's probably what it is, really. Yeah, I think it really doesn't matter, and he's just trade bait for him at this point. Okay, your thumb hurts? All right, go ahead and just fucking chill out, So I guess we'll see what happens, man. We'll keep monitoring this. Our boy Chai Sports Fan did ask if we're going to have a deadline show if they do something. Absolutely. Whatever Goose gets off of work, we'll.
I mean, if it's Thursday, I'm actually off.
Oh, if he's off Thursday, then there you go. We will definitely have a deadline show if the Bulls make a move. If they stand pat, probably not. But if they make a move, even if it's a little one, we'll get on. We'll talk about it for sure. But we will be back Wednesday though when the Bulls take on the Hornets. I was looking forward to that matchup too, Lonzo and LaMelo. And now we don't get that shit, so which really fucking sucks. But it is what it is. You got anything else, man? Before we head on out of here?
No, let's steal a W. Let's get this nasty taste out of our mouth. I'm really not enjoying these little losing spurts. We had that fun win streak. We're about to break the double digits, and now we're flirting with these 2-3 game losing streaks over and over again, and it's not a good time. So
yeah, well, we dropped down to the 3rd seed tonight, bud.
Oh, so we shouldn't even record it.
Yeah, because we don't record unless we're the 1st place.
Oh.
So yeah, we're the 3rd seed right now. We're 33-21. We were 1.5 games back of Miami, who beat the fuck out of Washington tonight, which isn't hard to do.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm sad. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We'll be back on Wednesday after the Bulls take on the Charlotte Hornets. Be sure to go on TapSportsNet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at BullsScripted, me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Go to the YouTube, subscribe to the OnTapSportsNet YouTube channel. Hop in the comment section with all of our great friends that are here in the comment section with us. Again, we'll be back Wednesday after the Bulls take on the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte. Let's go Bulls.